Hello guys, DJ Aaron here. Yes, this is the first camera video I've done for the month of December. Anyways, I'm going to do a little bit of a studio tour here in a little bit. Probably after the show is over. I'll do a little bit of a studio tour and show you guys what has changed. Alright, there we go. I've just loaded another song in. Speaking of which, let me go directly to Facebook here and get another song loaded. But anyways, tonight's show is running smoothly, except for we have a couple frames dropped, which is probably normal to have at least a few frames dropping. But as far as the broadcast is concerned, it's actually running very smoothly. So, anyways, we're gonna do a bit of a studio tour in a little bit. So stick around, and hopefully by the end of the show, things will pick up here. Oh, and I'm also audio only as well on Rockin' Waves, so that's why I've been on air for about 2 hours and 36 minutes so far. So anyways, we'll see you in the next clip, and yeah. Anyways guys, I will see you in the next clip. Okay guys, so I decided to shoot another clip here during the show. And yes, I'm playing Take On Me by Aha, as you guys could probably already see there. So I am playing Take On Me. Very awesome tune. So as you guys can see, I'm wearing my Santa hat. Very cool Santa hat. But anyways, we do have quite a bit of good shows coming up. We also have the 12 Days of DJ Aaron Radio coming up soon. I believe on the Monday of let me do something here. I believe on Monday the 14th. That's in another week. So we'll be doing 12 Days of DJ Aaron Radio. Hopefully, if I want to start at the 13th and go straight to Christmas Day or so, I could probably do that. No big deal. I just have to make sure that I can do quite a bit of good stuff. So anyways, let's take a look at the chat room. Let's look at the chat room. We're gonna do a head count here. We have myself, Atari Steve, Carnal Prod, Compwiz, Coke Soda Can, Dave Funder, Joshua J Vlogs, Kirby Crazy, Nick, DJ Steven, and Pink Unicorn. Pretty good night tonight, I have to say so. We are missing a few people, but they should probably tune in next weekend. But anyways, I think I should get another song in the deck before. Okay, I already got another song in the deck, so I don't need to do that. Alright. So, yeah, it's going to be quite fun and interesting. So, anyways, yeah, that's pretty much what I want to say. But at the end of this video, or at the end of this show. Like I said, we are going to do kind of a studio tour for the month of December. So, anyways, stay tuned for that clip as well. Okay, guys, I am back. I kind of sat here for a little bit, but I'm going to do the studio tour video, or what has actually changed for December of 2015. I don't have the mic stand set up, unfortunately, because I took it down after the show. But you guys see right here is the basic Radio Shack microphone that I use for shows. It seems to work rather well. It's got a blue windscreen on it. And I forgot to turn the volume down to that microphone. So that is another good thing. It just has a cord coming out and then it goes straight into the mixer via 1/4 inch right here. Cheap microphone, but hey, it works for you know, doing shows. Right here we have the Onkyo 5-disc or 6-disc CD changer. This thing works rather well and I enjoy using it. I will be doing a video on this next bit of equipment, a more in-depth view of this Sony turntable. People say that Sony is crap. Well, I haven't really had any issues with this turntable long after I replaced the stylus on it, so it works very, very well and stuff. So people say that you know, when the needle drops, it's not kind on your records, but this does have some dampening, as you guys can see when I just hit the button. It does drop kind of gentle. I mean, it does drop gentle, so yeah, like I said, it does drop very gentle. So anyways, that's that. I got that turntable going again months ago. So that's pretty much that. Let's move on to the next thing. Right here we got the Numark DJ3 and it works very well. This has been in my setup for at least a better half of a couple years. If some of you people need a controller to do shows or just plain out, just all out DJ, this controller is for you. It works rather well. As you guys can see, I leave the crossfader in the middle. Sometimes I don't want to crossfade because unfortunately the crossfader is kind of gets stuck every once in a while, so gotta sometimes leave it in the center. We have jog wheel number 1, which is deck A, and then we have jog wheel number 2, which is deck B. We have a good number of sync, cue, play, and stutter buttons. The button that's used the most, as you could probably tell that is shiny, is the play button. And then we have a bunch of EQ buttons and etc. And we have some auto loop buttons, key lock, pitch bend. This pitch fader is broken, which no longer works anymore. I mean, it's still on the rail, but it no longer works. So As you guys could probably tell, it's still there. Still there, but it no longer works. If I'm gonna do EQ or if I'm gonna do pitch for the right deck, might as well just do the pitch bend just to get things in pitch. Pitch bend for deck deck B or deck A. It's kind of, these buttons kind of get stuck. Will have to be cleaned at some point, but you know, the browse wheel, and then we have Q volume for headphones, and we have the master volume. The way this works is, you see the RCA cable going out, and we have a USB right there that transfers the data to the laptop, comes back into the sound card, and then goes out to the 5 and 6 channel strip. So if you guys are wondering that, turntable is on the 3 and 4 channel strip, and my microphone is on channel 1. So if you guys are wondering how all that works, the auxiliary input is the CD changer. I haven't used that for a while on the show. I should probably use it eventually again at some point. Right here is the second computer monitor. If I plug in the cable, what will happen is it will show up on screen. There's the second monitor that I use for the show. I'll have Virtual DJ up on the second monitor. I'll have FMLE up on the first screen, etc. You know, it's pretty much how that works. And since I don't use the second monitor in a regular setup, I just leave it unplugged, and when I'm ready to use it, I just plug it into the laptop. So that's pretty much how that goes. Right here is my Toshiba satellite laptop. You can see that the mouse pad has, or the trackpad has had quite a bit of wear on it because I use it quite a bit. Keyboard has semi-wear on it, etc. But this laptop is sure freaking powerful, let me tell you. It does exactly what it is supposed to do, and it is awesome. Pretty good laptop, I have to say, because I don't know where I'd be without it. So yeah, trackpad has some wear on it, and this laptop does need to be cleaned off eventually, because you know, I do eat at my computer a lot, or I do eat at the desk a lot, and sometimes you know, things happen. So yeah, moving on is the next bit of equipment. Right here we got the Onkyo 6.1 home theater surround sound system. Right now I just have 2 speakers hooked up, 2 sets of speakers, and a subwoofer. The subwoofer is under the desk. I don't know how well, you guys probably won't be able to see it, but I have the subwoofer underneath the desk, and you know, I like to have some bass when I'm doing the show. Just you know, just for feel, you know, just for the feel and the mood and the vibe of the show. Pretty much, you know, it's pretty much a powerhouse for my show. So as you guys could tell, it's on volume 12, and that is the CD portion of the amplifier. So anyways, which brings me on to my next bit of equipment, which I don't very much use for the show. right here we have the HP Pavilion desktop, which is actually running a Linux distro. And I don't really use this for the show because it doesn't really fit well anymore for the show. I pretty much do everything from the laptop now. But this is kind of, kind of great because, I like using just one computer. But I use this computer just for kind of a play around kind of computer. So if you guys are wondering why do I have a second computer in the studio, like I said, it's just for play around purposes, and the OS that it has on there, Elementary OS. So if you guys are wondering that, I got Elementary OS on here. So we're going to wait for it to boot up. It does take a little bit of time to boot up. There we go. I'm going to enter in my password. Okay, so we just entered in the password. I'm pretty sure that the wireless network is going to work. There we go. It seems to be working really well lately, so I haven't really had any issues with the wireless since I kicked its ass since the last time. So right down here we got a kind of a dock style of kind of like Mac OS X kind of style, where you have different applications. We have Midori, which is a web browser. We have Gear Email. We have Empathy. We have Stereo Burner. We have Mix. We have VLC Media Player. We have Cheese, which is kind of like a photo booth for Linux. But unfortunately, I don't have a camera hooked up, so any means of doing Cheese is going to be very minimal. We have a calendar, which we can open up a calendar. There's the calendar. And then we have Skype. Right there we have Skype. Then we have music. Then we have Shotwell. We have Audacity. We have system settings, Software Center, Chrome, and we have the NVIDIA Xserve settings. And we have files. I don't have very many things on here. It's just, like I said, it's just a play around computer. So if anything, I just have maybe a few well, that opened like 3 different things. I guess it's only just one click, kind of. So if I open up like a photo, it will open it in Shotwell, etc. So yeah, that's how that works. If I click it once, it should open. There we go. So anyways, that's kind of it for this video. Peace out, guys. Practice and enjoy, and we'll see you guys later.